Hey, I'm Mike Robinson with BlackHawk Paramotor USA, and today on our tips and tricks, we're going to show you how to properly lay out a glider. We have a rather unique way of doing it, but it works. You will see that for yourself. So Rick and I, our head trainer here at BlackHawk Ranch, are going to show you how to lay out your glider. Most of us use stuff sacks to store and carry our gliders. We do the same here at BlackHawk Ranch. Open your stuff sack. Find your risers, pull your lines out, and then remove your glider from the stuff sack. And what we do is we release one loop. This allows you to grasp a wingtip, move it to the side. You do not need to walk over to the side. Grasp the other wingtip and separate it. So now I have left and right wingtips are clear. Remove one loop at a time, walking backwards. Remember, the wind is at my back. Separate your risers and look and see if there's any twists. If you have a twist like so, simply spin it over and remove that twist. More often than not, you'll be able to see whether your A's are clear or not. Do the same thing with this one. Look at it. Here's a little twist. And now there's not. Then what we do is we separate our lines so we don't step on them. And we'll throw them out, and out. This allows us to stretch out the glider, if there's no wind, by hand and not drag your risers. Dragging your risers across the grass is like a surfer dragging his leash behind him down the beach. Uncool. Okay. Next thing we do is pull out the wingtip. Again, if you're going to drag your risers, stop. We're using the new Electra as an example today. Now this is the unique part. Back up to the center of one half of the glider. And people have always been taught, students, that you start clearing from the top. You don't do that. Clear from the bottom. And the purpose is that when I clear from the bottom, as I pull my lines, I'm going to see my lines scrape across the ground until they're taut and going directly to where they're tied to on the glider. What does that do? That allows for an even inflation of both sides of the glider. Because when you accelerate or you run forward, the lines already go to where they're tied to. They're not having to get scraped across the grass or the dirt where they might get snagged. That allows for an even canopy inflation, which means what? It means your percentage of straight, great launches goes up dramatically. One little pointer that I'll add is when you go to clear your lines, make sure you start from the risers and work your way down. Don't grab further down the line because you might have a twist here. Okay, so start from the riser strap and work your way down. And standing from here, I can see that all of my lines go straight to where they're tied to on the glider. Now, you'll see a lot of people go like this and walk on over. Well, they just kind of tangled them up a little bit again. We don't really do that either. Pull to where they're tied to on the glider. Pull to where they're tied to on the glider. And the A's are clear. We simply just go over a little bit and walk over. Lay the risers down with the A's on top. A quick note, it's your glider, it's your setup, it's your life. If you don't know the person that's wanting to help you, please ask them to step aside and you do it yourself. I'll go over to the other side. My lines are all jumbled up across there from being in the bag. I simply pull. Just watch them slide across the ground to where they're tied to on the glider. I'm sure this carries a lot of common sense for you, but it works, it really does. There you go, A's are clear. Step over to the side and lay them down. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to call us, 209-786-7899. Next, you'll see a couple videos, one with a quad launch and one with a foot launch, showing how straight these gliders will come up if you straighten your lines like we just showed you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.